I, Smita, welcome you to the YouTube channel of Excellent Tutorials. Today, I am going to teach you biology. The very first chapter of your biology is the leaf. So before I discuss anything about leaf, I would like you all to just think about some of the plants that you see in your surrounding. Of course, everybody has seen many plants in their surrounding. There are large plants, small plants. There are different types of plant. They have got difference in their height. They have got difference in their stem, thickness and all. But despite of all these variation, there are certain characteristics that are common in all the plants. There are certain structures that are common in all the plants. So today we are going to study about plant and its important parts first. So students, there are two different parts of a plant. First is the root system and the second is the shoot system. So you must have seen that there is a part of the plant which is under the ground. So we can say that the part of the plant that lies under the ground that grows towards gravity is the root system. So root system includes main root, it includes side roots, it includes root hair. Okay, so as you can see here in the diagram that I have drawn, there is a main root. This is known as main root or primary root, and there are side roots and they are known as secondary roots, okay, or root branches, and there are hair-like projection outside these roots, okay, and that helps in the absorption of water and mineral from the soil, and they are known as root hair. So together, primary root, side root and root hair, they constitute the root system of the plant. So there are two types of root. One is tap root and second one is fibrous root. So as you can see that the roots lies under the ground, but all the roots are not of the same type. And there are tap roots and fibrous roots. So tap roots are that type of root that contains one main thick root. They have got one main thick root and got side branches. The main root is very thick and there are side branches and of course the root hair. So such type of root is known as tap root, having one main thick root and some side branches in it. Now you can see such type of root in pea, gram and carrot and many more such plants. Pea, gram, carrot. These are the examples of tap root. Now we will talk about fibrous root. So fibrous root is a type of root in which there is no main root or side root, and there are equal size roots that are present under the ground. Means all the roots are of the equal sizes. There will be no main root or side root. All the roots are of the same size. Such a type of root is known as fibrous root. So we can see such roots in the maize, grass and some other type of plants. So we have seen that root system of the plant lies under the ground and it contains root, main root, root branches and root hair, and the roots are of two types, that are tap root and fibrous root. Now let us talk about the function of the root. What is the role of root in the plants? So children, as you can see, the root lies under the ground. So they are into the soil. So what happens? They help in the absorption of water and mineral from the soil so that the plant can do photosynthesis. It also helps the plant to get fixed into the soil. It is because of the root that the plants are able to stand upright. So root is very important. Root provides them with water and mineral. Sometimes roots can be edible also. some of the plants store their food in the roots. So we can eat such plants also. We eat the roots of such plants. So roots are of great importance for the plants. Now let us discuss about the second part of the plant, that is the shoot system. Now the shoot system of the plant grows above the ground and they are growing towards the sunlight. They grow towards the sunlight and it bears stem, buds, leaves, flowers and fruits. So stem, what does it do? It bears stem, buds, leaves, flowers and fruit. So this is shoot system. The entire part is known as shoot system, and the main part of the shoot system is the stem. It is the stem which bears branches, which bears leaves, which bears fruits and flowers and buds and all. So you can see that there are some branches coming out of the stem. So the part of the stem from where these branches are coming out are known as nodes. What do we call them? Node. And the place in between the two nodes are known as internode. So internode is the space in between the two consecutive nodes. And the bud that lies at the apex of the shoot is known as apical bud. Now you might have seen here that axial bud and axil. So axil, you can say it is the angle that the tip of the leaves make with the node. This thing. This is known as axil. And the bud that arises from the axil is known as axillary bud. This particular bud is known as axillary bud. So we have got many parts we have seen here on the shoot system. We have got stem, we have got leaves, we have got some flowers and also some fruits are there. Okay, then we have got apical bud, axillary bud, we have got nodes and internodes. So shoot system is of great importance to the plant. It is the shoot, that is the stem part of the shoot that bears all the aerial parts of the plant. Second function of the stem is that it helps in the upward movement of water and minerals, and it helps in the prepared food also movement. It helps in moving the prepared food from the leaves to the roots and side parts or lateral parts of the plant. So we can see that the stem is also of great importance. So the whole plant is constituted both of root as well as shoot system. Now we are going to discuss about leaf, which is a very important part of the plant. We know that leaf is known as the food factory of the plant. Now the flat and the green parts of the shoot that grow laterally from the nodes of the stem is known as leaf. You might have seen leaf, it's a very common structure, and when you see leaf, then you might have observed that they are originating from the node of the branch. So the part of the, you can say, stem through which the leaves are getting originated, it is like a stalk, and this stalk, this basal part is known as petiole. What do we call it? Petiole. The basal part that connects the leaf to the stem is known as petiole. Now this petiole enters into the lamina. This lamina is the broad and flat part of the leaf. The entire leaf part, this is known as lamina. And what happens? This petiole enters into the this lamina, and this petiole which is inside the lamina is known as midrib. We call it midrib. Okay. Now these midrib gets branched, and these branches are known as veins. We call it veins. Now these veins further gets branched, and these branches are known as windlet. What do we call it? Windlet. The side, you can see side veins along with the main veins, they are known as windlet. So what parts we have seen here? We have seen petiole, we have seen lamina, we have seen midrib, then veins, then windlet. Now every leaf has a bud at its axil known as axillary bud. This is known as axillary bud, which is present at the axil of the leaf. Okay, and at the tip of the leaf there is leaf apex. What do we call it? Leaf apex. So these are the main parts of the leaf. Now these veins and windlets and midrib, then they provide strength and a structure to the leaf. It helps the leaf to stand upright and straight. Okay, so there are two types of leaves. Again, you must have seen some of the plants having a single leaf, whereas some of the plants are having branched leaf. So we will see what are the two different types of leaf. First is simple leaf. Now in a simple leaf, you will see that there is a single lamina. There are no branches of this leaf. There is a single lamina with a single petiole. Even if there are some incisions, incision means some cuts which are sometimes at the margin of the leaf. This is known as leaf margin. Even if there are some cuts or incision on these margin, they do not move towards the midrib. There is only a single leaf in the simple leaf. So we can see such leaves in mango, banana and banyan trees. Okay. Now the second type of leaf is compound leaf. Now in a compound leaf, as you can see in this diagram, there is a petiole and these leaves have got divided into branches, like there are further leaves known as leaflet. A leaf gets divided into leaflet having more than one. So this type of leaf is known as compound leaf, and such leaves we can see in rose, neem, etc. The leaves are of two types on the basis of whether their lamina is of one piece or it has been divided into like many leaflets. So it is not only that leaves will be divided on that basis. We can also categorize leaf on various bases. Like we shall categorize it on the basis of their shape, on the basis of the margin, on the basis of venation also. So we will see how on the basis of shape we can have various types of leaf. Like we can have needle shaped leaf. If the shape of the leaf is of needle, we'll call it needle shaped leaf. Like for example pine. Okay, if the shape is oval, we can call it oval leaf, like in the case of guava, apple, etc. Now if the shape of the leaf is of heart shaped, then we can call it heart shaped leaf, like in people. Okay, now if the shape is oblong, like in banana we can see, okay, then we call it oblong leaf. If the shape is circular, we'll call it circular leaf. If the shape is tapering, we'll call it tapering leaf, like in eucalyptus. So we have seen in these various plants the leaf vary on the basis of their shape. So they are different from each other. Now let us talk about margin. If the margin of the leaf will vary from each other, then again we will have variety of leaves. Like if the margin is complete, we'll call it complete margin leaf, like in people plant. If the margin of the leaf is toothed, we can call it toothed leaf. So like in China rose. So if the margin is wavy, we can call it wavy margin leaf, like in Ashoka tree. Now if the margin of the leaf is spiny, then we can call it a spinous margin leaf, like we can see in poppy plant. So children, you have seen how margin decides the variations in the leaf, how shape decides the variations in the leaf. Likewise, we have got two types of leaf on the basis of venation. So first of all, we'll see what is venation. So venation is the arrangement of the veins in a lamina. Like suppose this is a lamina. Here how the vein and the veinlets are arranged over here. On the basis of that we can divide. You can divide the leaf into two types, that is reticulate and parallel venation. As it is clear from the diagram of the leaf that in this reticulate venation the veins and the veinlets are arranged irregularly. There is a network of vein and veinlets over here. But in the case of parallel venation, the vein and the veinlets are parallel. They are arranged parallelly in the margin of the entire body, that is lamina of the leaf. So this type of venation is known as parallel venation and this is known as reticulate venation. So what is venation? Arrangement of the veins in the lamina. We can see some examples of reticulate venation like in people plant, in guava, in mango. We can see reticulate venation where veins and the veinlets are arranged irregularly. Now if we talk about banana leaf or maize leaf or wheat leaves, there we see that the veins are arranged parallel in this lamina. So we have got two types of leaf on the basis of venation. So children, now we will talk about function of the leaf. We all know that leaf is a very important part of the plant. There are many functions of the leaf, but the two important functions of the leaf is photosynthesis and transpiration. Photosynthesis, it's a food making process in the plants, in green plants. So photo means light and synthesis means formation. So what happens in this process? The food is being prepared in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Now leaf which is green in color is green because of the presence of a green colored pigment known as chlorophyll. Since the leaves contain chlorophyll, and that is why they are able to absorb sunlight. Chlorophyll makes the leaf, absorb sunlight. And in the presence of sunlight and due to the presence of chlorophyll, the plants are absorbing carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil, and they get combined with each other to form glucose, and that is C6H12O6, and also they form oxygen. So this is the overall chemical reaction that takes place inside the leaves. Okay, so this is known as photosynthesis, and you have seen as a result of photosynthesis two things we have got. One is glucose and another one is oxygen. So what is a leaf doing? Leaf is preparing food for the plant and also for the animals directly or indirectly, because they store their food in themselves and we are directly or indirectly eating the plants, and they also give us oxygen. So how we are getting benefited from the leaf of the plant? Leaf is preparing food for itself and also for us, and it is also giving us oxygen, which is very important for respiration by the animals and human beings. Now we'll talk about transpiration. So transpiration is another important function which is exhibited by the leaf. Now transpiration is a process in which the water gets evaporated in the form of water vapor into the atmosphere. The leaf and the other green parts of the plant, they just lose water in the form of water vapor, and that process is known as transpiration. So transpiration is very important because it is transpiration because of which the plants are throwing out extra water from its stem, because the entire water that is absorbed by the root of the plant is not utilized in photosynthesis. The rest of the water that is unused is thrown out so that during photosynthesis the roots can absorb more water. If there will be no throwing of the water, there will be no pulling. The transpiration it helps in pulling the water from the soil. It is because of transpiration that the roots of the plant are able to absorb water again and again. Otherwise, once it has absorbed the water from there, around 99% of water remains unutilized. So if it will remain over there, then the movement inside the plant will be not possible, and this movement is facilitated because of transpiration which is exhibited by the plant. So transpiration is of great importance. It helps the plant to absorb more and more water later on, and it also gives us cooling effect, because when water will get evaporated in the form of water vapor, it will absorb heat energy, and in return it will give us cooling effect. So children, with this I am winding the class for today. I'll get back to you with some more topics of this chapter in my next class. So thanks for listening to me, and please don't forget to share, like and subscribe my channel. And please also don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the further notification.